As we look at our world and all that we as humans have become, it is natural to ask how we got here. Depending on the context, there are many ways to answer that question, and every well-reasoned answer is mired in complexity and ultimately incomplete. But rarely do we peer far enough into the past to look at the very foundations of what we have built as a species. Even when we do attempt to go back to the beginning in our search for answers, the most fundamental and obvious turning points are often overlooked, ignored, or simply unseen. Not because they are meaningless, but because their consequences have become so integral to our story that we have trouble imagining that anything could be different or that anything ever was. But look closely enough with a critical eye and sometimes something is revealed that can open our eyes to profound truth. Truth that has been buried since before the dawn of recorded history. I want to take you back 50,000 years before the first cities rose from the earth. Before anyone planted a single seed. Our ancestors lived in bands of 25 to 150 people, small enough that everyone knew everyone else's name, their strengths, their fears, their children. The person who led your group wasn't some distant figure behind walls. That leader was your uncle, your cousin, the person who sat across from you at the fire every single night. When food was scarce, leaders didn't delegate the problem. They felt it in their bones because hungry faces belonged to people they loved. Betray the group's trust, and you'd see the disappointment in your sister's eyes at breakfast. Make a selfish decision, and 20 voices you'd known your entire life would challenge you before sunset. Reputation was everything because there was nowhere to hide, no way to escape the consequences of your choices. Then everything shifted. Agriculture allowed populations to explode. It wasn't possible to remain intimately connected to everyone in the group once villages became towns, towns became cities, and territories became nations. The leader who once shared your campfire now lived in a compound you'd never enter. Personal accountability dissolved into hierarchies, laws, and institutions. We built systems to replace the village logic that had governed us for millennia. Courts instead of councils, police instead of peer pressure, written codes instead of shared memory. We gained civilization, but we lost something profound. That immediate personal connection between those who lead and those who follow. The question we wrestle with today is whether any system can truly replace the accountability that came from a leader having to face the people they led every single day.